What's up, everybody? Holy smokes. This camera is ridiculous. Who set this thing up?
I don't know. It's so weird.
I'm going to fix the camera. This thing's banana.
The lighting seems off, too.
What is going on here? Let me fix your lighting. All right, so say hi to everybody and let them know the rules.
Hi, guys. So tonight is Wine Wednesday. This is our personal development drinking game. So we've changed the rules. It used to be where whenever you saw a sassy look by that guy, we would all drink. Now,
whenever you agree on something.
Whenever you agree, we drink. So basically, whenever you agree, drink.
Just say when to drink and we'll do some drinking.
We apologize for being late. I had my daughter's Christmas choir concert tonight, and so we literally are rushing back.
We just walked in the door. Yeah, we were a solid 15 minutes late on our 30-minute later setup today, so that's good. I mean, we're doing great.
Yes.
Welcome to real life. So cheers to all of you who have made it onto the show, or if you're going to watch us on Thursday, which we don't blame you, unless you are our warriors, Sandy and Amy.
I see our warriors.
Cheers to all of you. Then cheers to Ben Pearson for supplying the cups that we use for Just a Mile a Day's Wine Wednesday. Thank you very much, Ben Pearson, who is the man in charge of the Beast Mode Challenge, which is 100 days of Just a Mile a Day. Now, we're going to get into a very, we're just going to kind of wing it show on this one because 'tis the reason that we do all the stuff that we do.
Yes.
And there's some cliche stuff that's going to come out of this, but we don't mean it to be super cliche. Like, we do it for you, but that is a part of it.
Yeah, when we were talking tonight, we're like, okay, everything's going to come out sounding like a meme or
cheesy. I mean, cheesy.
And we really don't mean anything by it.
Hey, Judith. So let's get into the jam thing.
Are you good?
I am in this part of the couch seats.
Yeah, it's the
Someday
worst.
we're gonna upgrade these couches. There we go. Now I can sit right. Okay, so let's jump into what it is that we are talking about tonight. We're rushed.
We are rushed.
You may have to slow us down. By
So we wanted to take a moment and just talk to you guys about why we do what we do. And so now in 2 years that Just a Mile a Day has been happening, a little bit over 2 years. Wine Wednesday has been happening for about over a year. And we do spend a lot of time, and no, this is not my full-time job. Sometimes it feels like it. I do have a full-time job that I do also. And I have people ask me, like, how do you find the time to do what you do? And between being a mom, working full-time, trying to hold everything together, I do what I do, and he does what he does, and he'll tell you his why, because of every single one of you guys. And that's the part where I say it's going to sound like a meme or a quote or whatever. It truly is because of that reason. When I was at my darkest place a couple years ago, and we started this group is truly what helped pull me out and lift me up when I needed it the most. And for me, it's my way to give back to other people who may need it. And one thing that I found is that people that you can look at someone, of course, and think that everybody's okay. You don't always know if they're really okay unless you start talking to them. And so
nobody says they're not okay.
Most people are, I'm fine, right? I'm fine. I used to do it too, right?
Today? How's your day?
And so
say, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. Like, nobody ever says, like, the real stuff.
Right.
They just don't.
They just don't. And everyone deals with so much stuff on a daily basis. But no one really talks about it that much, unfortunately. Yeah. So the reason that, I do what I do every single day, and I put in the hours that I do, and is to be there for every single one of you guys in hopes to inspire someone to get healthier, to live a better life for themselves, to be able to look in the mirror and say, I am damn proud of where I've come, and I'm ready and I'm doing a good job. And just to have that positivity on a daily basis, and also creating a culture where people can come and have that support and a no judgment zone of just where we welcome everybody. And I think that's something that is missing in the world, specifically on social media. That's something that we do our best to make sure that every single person is welcome with open arms. And
And yeah.
And yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
Cheers on you. Well done on your why.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big part of what I think about too. Is I know that people are hurting, but nobody calls it hurting. They use clever terms for what it is that they're going through, and that's the part that's tough. Is people are in what I believe is like a silent desperation. We create clever terms to be able to cover up our pain. We call our insecurities and things that scare us different names like safety or protecting ourselves. And those are the things that I see people doing. So if someone says, hey, how you doing? You could be severely depressed and you still say, I'm doing fine, thanks. Like nobody ever says the real stuff. But there's got to be a place where you can be real and go, I'm actually struggling. And all I see is these fitness freaks who are like level 100. And I can't commit to that. What do I start with? How do I get going? Like, I just want to feel good and keep up with the kids. I don't want to be posing on stage in my underwear. Like, I'm just trying to not feel like a mess when I go to the kids' choir concert.
Right, and I think it goes even deeper than that too, because I think a lot of people, that we have in the group and the things that they've had to overcome. Yes, it's about getting fit and, achieving whatever your ideal body type is for you, or losing weight and all those things. All those things are great. But one of the things that we continue to hear is that this group is offering support when some people have no one else in their life that is supporting them. Mm-hmm. And that to me is more important than any other thing that we do. And that is something that we continue to offer, and the workouts is an additional benefit that we have, and letting people know that we have your back no matter what. We have that culture where we will support you from day one, and as many times as you want us to, we will be there for you always. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this group, and again, why we do what we do, because the workouts are incredible. Your program is amazing. Like, it has helped so many people achieve their physical ideal body type, weight, and have much success with that. And I hear over and over and over, I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for the support and the encouragement in this group. And that truly is just, again, like, we just continue to hear that. And it is something, by you guys sharing those things with us, it does keep us going, because then it helps us understand like what we're doing is the right thing, and it kind of confirms that for us. It does confirm that for us.
Yeah, and it's really nice to hear that, because we don't know what the struggles are all the time. We're all going through different things, and so it does feel good when someone says, you guys just sending me, like, the people who are recognition warriors keep me going. When I met with Steve the other day, and he was like, it's the comments that people like Sarah O'Bannon leave, or Jan Weber leave, or what Ben Pearson does, that makes it so I don't stop. Like, that's the stuff that keeps me going, But a lot of us, we do encourage people to lean on your Jam Fam. And I know that, Sandy and Christine, like, will talk. And you go, see, there's your next thing, or here's the next step to work on, or there's your next thing. You're like, yeah, okay, I'm going for it. And you see incredible feats being done from simply having someone say, I believe in you. Mm-hmm. And just, if you're having a tough day, let me know. I gotcha.
Right.
Like, I think that's the thing that I try to even put out in our stuff, is that everybody has their bad days and everybody has good days. And we have to be able to help each other when it's the reverse. When I have a tough day, I'll lean on her, and I'll lean on some of you, and some of you know who I'll lean on. I'm like, hey, I'm having a tough day with this thing. And, Ben Pearson or somebody will cheer me up, like, because I need to also be cheered up. Just because, like, I'm working on all the stuff behind the scenes doesn't mean I don't have bad days. We all get stuck, but then I have good days, and I'll be like, hey, no, I believe in you. It's time for you to get pulled up, and we take that back and forth, and that's what a Jam Fam does. Our family looks out for each other in this, and it's unique and neat to see people who are like, I don't have this anywhere else. In my life, I don't have that. And that's something that makes us happy to see. Chris Russman, welcome on. Holly, Tana, what's up, guys or girls? So it's that kind of encouragement and love that kind of sometimes catches me off guard because I do lean more on the logic side of things, like what's the solution? What can we do to make it better? If people are having excuses, how can we overcome those as a team? And then Andrea will remind, like, people are actually like really, there's some pain out there that's not being addressed. And they're hurting, and it's good to have a place they can go, hey, I'm working through this, and people go, me too. Mm-hmm. And it feels good to be part of that.
Yeah, it really does. And it is surprising to me because I used to be one of those people too that would be like, am I the only one that's dealing with this stuff? I almost swore. And it's interesting, the more that you start sharing your life with others and being open and being vulnerable about certain things, you realize, no, everybody has issues and everybody is going through their own journey of life, whether it be a illness or a sick spouse or divorce or kid issues or addiction. Like, everybody is going through their own battle in some way. Mm-hmm. And I guess I wish more people would open up and share those things, because I think it would make the world a better place. So many people keep it inside. I think it's because of the fear of judgment. That's one of the reasons I never really wanted to share my story. Hi, Jess. Mm-hmm. And it's encouraging and inspiring when people open up and say, you know what, here is my story, and you guys share with us, because we will never judge you at all. And we want to be able to help and support, or at least be there for you in those moments. We may not have the answer, but at least we can say, I see what you're going through. I may not understand it. I see it, and I'm here for you, even if you just want to talk or whatever it is.
I mean, it's a tough thing for people to break through, and there's a lot of detachment through social media and stuff like that, especially to have a group that's unique like this, because it does bum me out. Like, actually, she hears me say, I get sincerely bummed out when we see people doing well and then just fall off, like just disappear, you don't know what's going on, and you care about those people and you want them to do well, and it makes me sad when, like, you want somebody to do better than they want for themselves. Yeah. And you're like, man, what can I do? And that's why, I mean, she gets to hear the nonsense that I do behind the scenes. But I'm like, if that's an excuse that somebody has, what can I do to make it so that they don't have that excuse anymore? Like, I just don't have time. I got a new baby. I'm like, well, what if they don't have to leave the house? That would help, right? And they're like, yeah, but no, I'm so busy though. I'm like, what if we made it 5 minutes? Could we get it in if it's 5 minutes? Like, let's do that. Like, but I can't afford the equipment. I'm like, all right, then let's just make it all around like $5 workout bands. Let's just make the whole thing around something that everybody can afford. It's less than a value meal. Let's do that. And it's tough because I don't know how to get the world to see that this is designed for regular people to be consistent. I just want you to not quit on yourself. And I sometimes struggle with just being able to, like, how do I convey that this isn't the do 1,000 pull-ups and abs in 6 seconds workout plan. This is for real people who have real lives and kids and families and stress, and they need to be able to get it done in their time. I just got to be able to, that's where our next struggle is how do we get the word out for more people? And I do appreciate you guys tagging each other in this, because that helps. We jump in as Just a Mile a Day on my Wednesday. It'll be Andrea, or it'll be under me, and sometimes it's tough to find this stuff. So thank you guys for tagging each other, because that's just everybody looking out for each other, and it feels good to see that kind of camaraderie that we have, because we were all strangers a few years ago, even less for many of us. Like, we were all strangers, and now we take the time out of our lives to look out for each other. And that's something that people don't have in their everyday life. They go to work and never say good job, or we appreciate you, or we want to say, like, we see the effort you put in, we're thankful that you did that with us. We do that every day. Like, it's hard to go through posts, especially if people are posting like their pictures. It's tougher when people are only posting steps. Like, there's not as much connection. But the people who post pictures and cheer other people on get just love dumped on them. Like, you get love back. And I think that's a big part of the culture we've created, is you get back what you put in. And so if you want to be accepted and loved and appreciated, jump into the culture and love, accept, and appreciate others, and you'll find it. Nobody says bad things about each other here. We're all in a situation, and that's why we have to go, we're fighting together. It's your day, you're down. That's okay. I had my day, we were down. I'm going to pull you up today. Come and do it with me. Let's go. And they go, yes, okay. And I hate watching people fail. That's why we're doing this 92%, 8% thing. I don't know if you guys have seen what we've been putting up for January, but Andrea found that less than 8% of people actually keep their resolution goals. And most of them are health goals. And you see in January when people start up, gym is packed. Mm-hmm. And then it just starts to just bleed out where people just stop showing up very quickly. So within the first couple weeks, it's nuts, and then there's less people, and you see people blindly doing machines the wrong way and in weird situations where they I don't know what to do next. I guess I see people on this, I'll do that. There's no plan. Well, if you're going in and the plan is to go from cold turkey not working out to adding an hour to 2 hours a day, and then not including commute, which is 15 minutes maybe there, so that's 30 minutes more plus, depending on how far you are from the gym and getting dressed. So now you went from being very busy, and then now I'm adding almost 3 hours a day to my fitness regimen.
Right.
There's no way it's sustainable. It's just not. And so we have to go, what's the solution to this? How can we make it so more people fall into that 8% instead of that feeling where your confidence gets smashed in that 92%, where you feel like I set myself up again to fail.
Right.
What's the point in making a resolution? I'm not good enough to keep it anyway, so I'm not even gonna post or even say my resolution this year, because all I do is look like an idiot.
Right, and you don't want to be accountable for it. Yeah,
I don't want that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes me sad. And I say, what is the solution to make it so people can start off at the right pace, feel encouraged and feel loved and feel like they're a part of it, even if they're doing 5 minutes? It's to build the habit where you do an exercise and you feel good at the end of it, instead of going, I can't even move, I can't even pick up my stuff off the floor. You can't go too hard. Mm-hmm. But if you're at the end of it, you're like, I feel good, that was good. Okay, you can feel accomplished, but you don't have to kill yourself.
Right.
And the trick is, and this is the number one thing that we found, why we have streaks, why we have the Beast Mode Challenge, why we have challenges that come up in October and May. We have these challenges because there needs to be a thing where you can go, I need to practice the one thing that'll make me successful in my resolution. And that's consistency. What is a pace that I can sustain at and go 5 minutes, 7 minutes? I can do that.
Yeah. And
then build the habit to feel good on a daily basis, doing something that's just a few minutes, not 40, not an hour, not 2 hours. Give me 10 minutes.
Right.
And you'll go, shoot, I can do 10 minutes. Well, then let's do 5. Well, 5 seems low. I know. Let's do 5. And then you're like, all right, I'll do 5. And then you're like, I can do 5 again, and it starts getting, it feels like it gets easier, but it's not getting easier. You're getting stronger because you're not quitting.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do, is how do we build it to where you're just not quitting? It's the only way you fail is when you give up. And so we have to build out an organization that does this. And we made it so that to make 8%ers, we're doing a deal right now with our stuff that should be hundreds. As a trainer, if you work with me, minimum, if it's a half hour, it's $50. Most of it goes to the gym. But it's $50 just for me to sit with you and tell you a couple workout things. If you want a diet plan, I know most trainers will do $200 to $300 just to create a diet plan for you. That's a few $100 just for someone to say, eat this, and I'll see you on the next day, 3 days a week. So you're going to do $150 a week plus a diet plan where almost $500, and that's just for 1 week. So if you come every single day or every single week, 3 days a week, we're adding up roughly $600 a month, so around $900. That's what it would be for 3 days a week and a diet plan. Well, we did it so it's every single day plus a diet plan that's sustainable and works for everybody, and we're doing it for $12 a month.
Which is how many cents a day? 40 cents a day?
40 cents. For 40 cents a day, we're setting you up to know exactly what to do, be able to do it from home, and have an eating strategy that's sustainable for lifestyle stuff, Wine Wednesday, graduations, parties, friends coming over on Friday night. It's still sustainable for that. You don't have to feel bad about, like, oh, my cheat day made me a failure. You're not a failure. Mm-hmm. You just don't know what the strategy is that makes that a part of it as a sustainable forward momentum. That's really where we're at. So how can we do this to make it so that you guys can get your friends involved and get people that you love and say, I believe in you, to the point where I'm going to get you this and we're going to do it together because I believe that you can do it. And if cost is the thing that holds you back, if we can give you more than $1,000 value for $12, what are you complaining about?
Yeah.
What is the excuse now? You work out 5 minutes, do it from home, your workout equipment is like less than $10, and the entire program that should be more than $1,000 is $12. What is the thing that's holding us back now?
Right.
That's why it's called Jam the Excuses.
Right.
It's because whatever your excuse is, we accounted for it.
Yeah.
What is the excuse that holds you back now except for, I just don't want to do better.
Right.
I just don't want to.
At this point, we're at the point where if you're not doing it, it's just because you don't want to. We've gotten rid of literally every single excuse.
I can't think of, like, that's what I think about. I'm like, what would be the reason that you wouldn't do this? And the only thing I can think of is, I don't want to do anything.
Which, that's okay too.
That's a choice. Do your thing. But if you're like, I don't like how I look in the mirror, I don't like my confidence, I don't like how I feel, I wish that I could fit in that outfit again, or whatever it would be, you don't start off with 2-hour workouts. You're gonna die. You'll be blown out within a couple days and you won't be able to sustain. That habit can't work. Mm-hmm. But to build a habit, there has to be a trigger, a behavior, and a reward. And the reward has to be, I feel good afterwards. That's the reason why when people try and quit one habit and to do another one, if they don't have a new behavior trigger reward system, they go back to the old one because it's the only one I know. Even if it's not good, it's the one I know. Mm-hmm. And so that's where we really get into a lot of this stuff. And even with, I mean, I'm rambling just because I'm passionate about this. Yeah. This is what I do. This is what we work on.
And I think we're at the point, too, we would love to hear from you guys, too. Like, what are some of the ideas that you guys have? You know, we're at the point now where this whole program has been built out. We're in the next stages of, we just need more people to see it.
Exposure, yeah.
Exposure, that's really it. And the way that Facebook works sometimes is a little wonky as far as, like, who can see your stuff. So we are working on the advertisement side as well and putting things together on the back end to get more and more people to see what we have and this culture that we have. And honestly, like I keep saying, this movement, I think that's a new buzzword, but the movement of hope, or hope movement, like we offer people hope. This is where you can start and start with us. We will be there to encourage you. We'll be there to inspire you with positivity and really embrace you in our culture, all while getting healthier, you know, and
making friends, having fun.
And that's truly what we want to do. We're at the point though where like, okay, where do we know we have to advertise, we're going in a direction, we will be doing that, but what ideas do you guys have? Because we have a lot of them and nothing seems to be sticking.
We're finding out how algorithms work and stuff. We have no business being in at first. We didn't know how that worked, but we know that people are struggling, and we want to make it so people can go, I need to get moving, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear from you guys to go, hey, we can help, or hey, I know a person who does this thing, or we can help get our friends involved that we believe in. Because even with the January stuff, we can't. This is pennies that we're charging for what is normally thousands of dollars. For our Jam Fam program, for what that is, it's Jam the Excuses plus Warrior plus mindset training as far as the Choices University. Like, coaches charge $3,000 on average for 3 months, and that's for just 8 to 12 sessions. 1 hour each. $3,000. Well, we're doing workouts, habit change, mindset, and we're doing it for $200. Right now, we have a coupon on January to make it $99 for the entire, like every month for the year. It takes $1,400 off for the year on a program that for the year should easily be $3,000, $6,000, $9,000, $12,000. Like we can't think of anything else that we can do to make it so it's better, because we're taking literally $10,000 off.
And
what else could we do?
Yeah, and I think that, you know, when he used to spew out these types of numbers, I'd be like, yeah, okay, well, whatever.
She's starting to see that this is industry standard.
Well, I've been seeing it now for a while, and this industry and what coaches, because everybody's a coach, right, for everything, in my opinion.
Even coaches have coaches.
Even coaches have coaches. Yeah. Like, there's a coach for the garbage, a coach for the whatever. So, at some point, like, you do look to see with how many different coaches there are and what these people are charging. And I've watched some of their videos because I'm very much into like seeing what else is out there and how can we continue to improve. Yeah, it's not good.
There's some good stuff, but there's a lot of bad stuff. It's tough. It's tough to know the difference, though. As just a consumer, it's tough to know the difference.
Exactly. But I think working with you and seeing how many people you've been able to help, it does. The perspective that I have is very different. So yeah, the pricing on stuff is definitely higher out there in the industry, and for us to be able to do it for so low is pretty incredible. So yes, we would love to hear from you guys. Any ideas that you have, any thoughts, even challenges that we can do to get more people involved with us, especially right now, because we want to be able to give as many people the opportunity to take advantage of doing this for literally $12.
What do you think we could do to help people want to help people? What could we do? Like, what if we did a challenge for that? Like we did, if you guys want to. What's up, Eddie? What if we could do? Hey, Dawn, we see you on.
Hi.
What if we could do something for people to be able to go, if I help people, that also helps me, but it also feels good. Like I can build my own, group of people. We encourage each other, and we feel we're in it together, and let's go kick some butt and keep each other accountable.
Getting people at work, doing your own challenge at work, bringing them to the group and introducing them to the culture, I think would be awesome.
Like, what if we had people because right now we've got this at $12. Like, this is the lowest price program ever. Or join the Jam Fam program and go through the Choices University plus the workouts together, and it's $99.
Right.
Like, it's insanely underpriced for what this is. Like, this is a classroom. It should be thousands of dollars. Like, it should be. And we're not doing that because we love you guys. And so how can I give you a thousands of dollars class for $99 and have it be workable? Like, it's not priced correctly on purpose because we want you to not have excuses. What can we do to make it so there's incentive for people to go, I want to help the people around me. I'm going to sign up as a gift, because we've made these giftable. Like, we have people in Jamming Excuses now that they were gifted to them. Like, hey, we bought this for you. Go kick some ass. I believe in you. How can we get you to say, I believe in this person, I believe in my sister, I believe in my best friend, I believe in my brother, and I want them to team up with me. Let's do it together. I think that we can maybe make something like that. I would love to hear if there's some fun ideas from you guys that you would like, this would be really fun. Because we want to make it fun to be able to team up. That's where we're at. I think that could be cool. It could be total shit. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just want to help people, and it's tough when I don't know which direction to go. That's my honesty.
And I think it's an interesting thing to say. I just want to help people, and we need more people to see that we want to help. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. If you got a marketing brother or something, or a sister who does words like, you guys got to change it. Like, we'd love to hear from you. If you got somebody who does investing or something, is like, we want to help you guys grow faster. Let us know. We'd love to have your help. I think that, like we said earlier, we all have good days and bad days, and we've done our expertise at this point. But now we're at the next stage where we're at the next level in expertise, and it's not our expertise. And we want to be better for you. So how do we do that? And I'm open for ideas. That's my honesty. This is my humility. I'm not like, I know everything, I'm the guru on Facebook. I'm not. I do know my stuff with Choices University. If you ever get in those conversations, it's very difficult to come at me with that because I've done my research. I know my stuff. But when it comes to Facebook algorithms and how to find investors to make it so that you can get marketing done correctly at a targeted market in a very cutthroat, environment, I don't know the answer yet.
Yeah.
We are going to go through the hard way on this one. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. So, we love to hear from you. That's really where we're at. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Amy. So we have before.
We did it blindly. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, we're actually getting ready to put more of those out. Mm-hmm. And I would love to find out from you. You're saying you use them, they can be successful. I'd love to hear about your successes with them as well, because honestly, we're taking any information that we have and kind of like seeing how we can use it. So that would be super helpful. But yes, we're looking into Facebook, Instagram ads, target marketing, or target, that's what it's called, right? Target marketing.
Lord only knows.
Yeah, it's target marketing. So, targeting a certain demographic, because we do have who we consider to be our customer, right? In the business side of things, or who we have identified who our customer is. And it's like people all like you guys. And,
okay.
What?
Jeremiah works in social media marketing some, so we can maybe talk to him. It's one of Eddie's buddies.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, any ideas exactly like this? It's just great to hear other successes that have worked for people and to give a little bit of hope, because when we haven't done a ton of advertisements yet, and knowing that's something we're going into, it can be a little scary and costly at the same time. So we just, of course, want to go in. We're both a little bit of risk takers, but at the same time, we also have to be smart about it as well.
Yeah, so we really are. We will help you in the parts that we can help you in, but
Always.
Now we need help in the parts we need help in, because we don't know the answers yet. We don't mind putting in the work. We don't mind doing the effort. I'll make 1 million graphics. We'll make 100 videos. But let us know what we can do to team up to make it so that we can narrow in what we're doing. And, I don't think that we're rich yet. Are we rich?
I do this volunteer.
Rich. There's so much that we give that we are not.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, we are.
I literally am a volunteer here.
Yeah, me too.
Truly, I volunteer everything I have. And truly, I think that's a valid point. I don't make anything from this at all. I literally volunteer my time, and if I didn't believe in what it is that we're doing, I wouldn't be involved. I don't necessarily have all of the extra time that I give to Just a Mile a Day and all of you guys, but for me, it's a benefit, and being able to give back in just any way I can is truly my thing. I've said that from the very beginning, and so I believe in what we're doing, and so that's why I'm a full-time volunteer.
Yeah. And Amy's even talking about how being able to nail down our niche business. Now, here's the tricky thing about our niche, and this is so we can give it to you what we're struggling with, is our niche is anybody who needs to get started. And the tricky thing about this is, and Dawn, I see what you're saying, working locally would be really nice, but it's a national company. We can literally reach nationally. And so how do we get good at a national environment on top of being able to help locally? And this is
we went to the Rockford Rescue Mission last year, Dawn, and it was wonderful. We actually got a whole group of people together and made bags for the homeless. And unfortunately,
Greg Burkett was there.
Burkett, we got a whole group of people, and we went out and we delivered these bags to people. And unfortunately, we got to the women's shelter, the women's group, and they wouldn't let the men in. So the women went in and were able to provide for these people that didn't have anything, and we gave them gloves and snacks and bottled water and hats and gloves. So many things for them, and that was just a beautiful way too. And I don't even remember if we told them about even Just a Mile a Day. It was literally just here, take what we have.
Yeah, we were just helping at that point. But I don't know how much that would help us, though, and not trying to be selfish, but I don't know how that would be a benefit to helping more people to get into shape. I don't know what that would. We don't mind giving back, but as far as how does that make the business become more productive? Because the more that we can make, the more that we can give back, the better programs, the better gifts, the better prizes, the better challenges, the better events that we can host. Like, things get better, but we don't know how to get the word out the right way. And so Amy, our target niche is if, like, right now there's an obesity epidemic and almost 80% of people are considered overweight. Our target market is that 80%, because you got this 20% of people who are just fitness freaks. Well, that's great for the 20%, but who's helping this 80% not feel like they have to start off with the Mr. Universe workout or do the Dwayne Johnson wake up at 3 a.m. and eat 1,000 eggs workout? Like, who's supposed to be doing this?
And Amy, I totally agree with you, and that's something we did before, and because you're right, we have to narrow it down to a local market first and then go more national and be able to test it out in smaller markets first is the smartest way to do it. I'm right there with you for sure.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to our ideal customer, it's 80% of people, but that's so broad.
It's huge.
So what we look at is also the demographic of who is in the group and who typically is signing up with us. And usually it's from people from, like 35 to 65, and so even it can fluctuate in there too, and that's our demographic: the moms, the dads, people with limited amounts of time, which seems to be everybody right now. So that's one thing that we've been able to do, is identify who is our target consumer, because it's not.
It seems to be everybody right now.
Well, it seems to be everybody, but it's not, only because there's people that are doing CrossFit and other things too, that this is not their lifestyle. This is not something that they would be interested in, because they already have their thing, and that's fine too. So thank you for that. As far as
people who don't have the time to get to the gym or can't make CrossFit their culture, and that's a very very small niche. Like, that's a very powerful but very small niche of people. So the thing that we think about is all of the people who just have bad habits and they don't understand how to break them, because that's how they grew up or that's what they were shown growing up. And there's no, here's how you start. And everything that you see right now, and I look at it too, I see what the fitness people are. There are jacked people. There are people who are unrealistically in certain shapes. And that's their peak right now, which is great. There is a spot for that. There is a place for that. What about the average Joes? Like, you see that guy who's like 400 pounds, or a girl who's just getting started, or a mom of 3 kids, and she's like, I'm in a tough spot. Like, where's the, I can just do this thing and just keep a habit and feel recognized and loved and appreciated? Yeah. How do we get more people to know that is? And it's a tough thing. We get involved in 5K runs and sponsor them.
Yes.
That would be fun. We could try it.
Yes, we talked about that the other night, and you'll see in our conversations kind of how this goes. Because I'm like, I'll do it, I'll action it, make it happen. And yes, Jess, doing a 5K like that is something that we're looking into. Not even a 5K, but just even doing a mile.
It's just a mile.
Right. And so that's great. These are all really good ideas, you guys. Holly said contact Ellen DeGeneres. So funny story, Holly. I contacted Ellen, it was probably spring maybe, or summer. And it was when Ben did the ropes, and I submitted a thing for Ben about someone that that inspires other people, and so I did submit him for that. It was back in the summer. I don't even think we told anybody. And so nothing's come of it yet, but you never know. But I love Ellen, so I'm right there with you on that one.
We have thought about creating podcasts. It's a tricky thing on this one, though, because a lot of the podcast stuff that we'd be doing, for me, would always fall more under Choices University, and that would be a very niche thing for that. Because as far as the mindset stuff goes, I believe there's 3 parts to it. There's logic, there's emotion, and there's spiritual, faith and belief systems. And they all fit together, but if you're going to be a specialist, and people specialize in different things, and I specialize in the logic aspect of what's the plan, how do we work on a skill, what do we practice, what's our awareness, how do you build your confidence, how do you fight fear. There are tools that you use, but it works hand in hand with faith. And understanding your emotions goes hand in hand with understanding the problem. And so being able to put stuff together is where my expertise would be in the logic side of it. I wouldn't be telling people, what to believe in for faith in God and stuff like that. I don't get into how to use your emotions or how I think you should feel, but I can give you a perspective to give you insight on how to use the other two with it.
Well, yeah, and I think you could do a podcast on that.
I could, but it's a very different thing for trying to get more people into shape. That's my passion for it.
Yeah,
so
of course. I love the idea though, and we do have a YouTube channel, Amy.
We do. Nobody even knows that. We have 44
No one knows.
followers.
Here's another problem. No one even knows what we're doing here.
Knows. I have hundreds of videos on this thing. I made this last.
We tape every one of these and he posts them up on YouTube, but again, no one knows.
Nobody has any idea we do this. We seriously have so much content and nobody even knows about it.
This is exactly our problem.
This is our problem.
Yeah.
We have stuff that's really good.
Yes.
And we have people who are like, yeah, I watched that video. That was life-changing. That was a really good video. And like, yeah, you're one of the 4 people who watched that. Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But and again, I try to remind Rick, we've only been doing this for 2 years. So it does take time to build this and build the awareness. And we've come so far in the matter of 2 years too. So that's super exciting. As far as the 1K, or the 1K, oh my gosh, the 1 mile, 2K, whatever you're going to call it. So the idea that we talked about last weekend is doing something like that where we involve families, we involve kids, and it's an inspiring run or walk for everybody, for families, and having different stations set up. This is my idea. Stations set up we have a selfie station. We have, we're handing out cards that have inspiring and encouraging words on it. So it's really just a feel-good environment of people getting out again and just embracing the culture and what we're about. And so that is something that I will be working with a group here, not even a group, but I can't remember the name of it. It's in my phone. Working with to see if we can start our own here in Rockford and then hopefully expand in the future. So
yeah, we do that stuff, and I've posted a bunch of videos for our YouTube on in Facebook all the time. I think that you guys are so used to seeing me spam stuff out that I just get skipped. I'm being honest. I think you guys are like, oh, Rick at it again, another just a mile a day, and it's just another thing. But I put months of work into stuff that people are like, it's tough with that stuff. So if you look at our YouTube channel, you'll see hundreds of videos, literally, and there's hours and hours of work just to try and help people see more stuff. But we're not sponsored channel or anything. Nobody knows about it.
We talked about doing a GoFundMe, and that's kind of something that I think it's a pride thing or ego thing.
Maybe. I don't know what to do with it.
But we don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
We don't know what's right, because, there is the money that we would get for that would be to put it back into advertisement, honestly. That's what everyone's telling us we have to do aggressively.
To help more people.
This is a very saturated market, and we have to be able to advertise so people know what we're doing. And that's our biggest challenge, because once people know, they love it. I mean, you guys love it, and we love you guys, so...
Yeah, how do we get more people to do it, How do we get you guys to say, yeah, I'm going to help more people? And some of you, I know Jess and Amy, Holly have blown out their friends list, especially during our growth months and stuff, who have added every friend
and Jess was blocked, shut down.
Yeah, people have broken Facebook. So I think it's very cool to already have those problems. We've done the same thing. Our friends list is already all in just a mile a day, so we can't add any more people. Everybody's already in it. And I think we're just trying to see, how do we let people know that we're not like some insane workout group. We're a very supportive community who helps everybody really truly get started at their pace. And that's the difference. It's not like, hey, do this Zumba class. If you can't, just sit out and catch your breath and feel embarrassed the whole time until you can stand back up again. No, just do what you can from home build your confidence up, move into the gym if you need to, and then you build your confidence up more, and then you go to a class that you want to join a boot camp, or if you want to do a CrossFit, or if you want to go and just do a workout class with friends, you don't feel embarrassed, and you're built up your foundation. And if you're like, I want to go as hard as I can from home, you got warrior training, and we have that now, and I can't think of what else is necessary to help people do this except for letting people know that this is now a thing that exists. Mm-hmm. And I'm truly so thankful for all of you putting up ideas.
Yes, this is wonderful.
This is really helpful.
It's very encouraging. Yes, thank you.
And Jess, I don't know about doing a 5K. I don't know if we want to promote a 3-mile run. I'm okay with doing a mile. I think it sounds cheesy. And it may seem like a simple challenge, but I think the idea behind it is to get people off the jam couch.
But I think if we do a mile, my thought is, having little, we would have to cap out what it would look like as far as how many participants we have for the first one, right? We can make it a little bit smaller, mm-hmm. but then to have cute little stations where people are manning stations around, just to make people feel great, and maybe we have a little station for, like I was saying, a selfie station, or writing encouraging words to a friend, or doing a little vision board station. We can do so many different things. So.
Yeah, no,
I love it.
Jess, no, it's good ideas. We appreciate it. What's Amy's got here? Facebook promos, you can specifically use keywords that will make your advertisement pop up whenever someone searches a specific thing. For example, they search out the word workout or gym, it can pop up. I'm using this right now at work because competitors closed. So Smart. When they Google our competitor, my company pops up.
Which is amazing. We just, now if you type in just a mile a day, of course, we're the first thing that pops up. We are working on Google Ads too, to kind of do that same thing from what it sounds like that you're doing. So again, it is so inspiring to know that, I guess inspiring is not the right word, but comforting to know that it's working for you, and that's how you're using it, because I think that's such a good idea. Even just putting out workout or gyms and those keywords is super helpful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Yes. A jam marathon. Pamela Archuleta will be at the finish line. I'll be at the finish line cheering you on.
Yeah. Well, everybody else will be running. I'll be using a golf cart.
Yeah.
A bike.
We have not. That's another great idea, Amy. That's a really good idea. Writing press releases. And that's a really good idea. Mm-hmm. We've reached out to the news station here too. That was a while ago. Probably should follow up again and just kind of bug the hell out of them, because I don't mind doing that to get what we want.
Speaking engagements, all kinds of stuff. We have options. Yeah.
Yeah, we've reached out to even some shelters around here just for men. I reached out to them last year, and we're just not getting a whole lot of responses. But again, I think that we have been so focused on so many other things that the time for the follow-up, I haven't been able to do that like I should have, to be honest with you, just with everything going on. So
yeah, we appreciate you guys trying to help.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
This is good.
This is wonderful.
We scratch our heads all the time on this. I'm like, so $15 a day, I guess. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Who do I target? I don't know. Moms, dads, teachers, parents. There's, I don't know, a guy who gained 100 pounds in college. I don't know who we're trying to get. How do I let them know? And they're like, oh, well, you can do it. It's $15 a day and you'll get to 90 people. And I'm like, well, that's not a lot. How do we work with that? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to, like you said, work with a magazine or a radio station or something that we can connect to get more. If we could work with somebody who already has an audience and just let them know it exists. If mm-hmm. somebody knows somebody who's a friend of a friend who can be like, you can go on their show and do an hour segment or something like that, we would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would love to do that. We've done interview stuff. I've been on Tiffany Stevens' podcast. We've been featured in other blogs. You have your blog. I've been putting up posts from our stuff. It's just time to get the group to grow. And how do we do that?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
And it's smart. Start smaller, Amy. I think that's such good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think when you're in this position, sometimes you're like, let's talk to everybody, and that you can't talk to everybody. It's not going to work. Start small and then grow.
Well, I'm open to hear ideas on that. Who do we start with?
Our ideal customer. Who is our customer?
It's anybody who needs to get started.
No,
so
it
should
has
we
to be
start
more
with
defined.
just,
You know that.
I know. That's the direct question I just asked you. Is you asked me the same question back I just asked you. Who is it? Is it moms? Is it dads? Is it, who is it? Who is the person? Because we have such a wide range in our group. Who is the ideal niche that we go for? Who is it?
Yeah?
You are so helpful.
The only reason I'm answering it like that is because we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, if we narrow it down, just work with moms, like we only work with you. Now, there is a big part of this you guys have to understand. With my logic training, a lot of people argue with me because I don't speak emotionally very often.
It doesn't matter. People join Just a Mile a Day. Look at the percentage of the women. We have 67% women in this group. At one point, it was like 76. So the majority of people that come here are women. Mm-hmm. They're not men. So yes, I agree with Amy. They're moms and they're dads. The men that we have in this group are dads. Their dads are grandfathers. And they want help. So yes.
Maybe it's parents. Maybe it's moms and dads. That's who we go for. That's who we help first. Why are you giving me this weird... why are you giving me this string? We have not had the conversation you clearly have had in your head that you didn't tell me about, because I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't go we need to do this as a moms and dads program.
I didn't say...
You never said this. In your head, you may have said this. You've never told me this.
Maybe.
You may have been I thought about it.
It's possible.
I didn't tell you that, but I've been thinking that. I'm that doesn't... I can't know that.
You don't read my mind.
No.
What?
How am I supposed to know?
What is happening?
I'm the worst at mind reading.
Dang it.
Dang.
Yeah, it's possible.
But I think that's
we have to start there.
Yeah, we can start there. Anybody.
There.
That's where we're at. We're just going to do that, moms and dads.
Great.
Okay, get ready for some moms and dads stuff.
I swear, if in a week you're I don't know what we're going to do, I'm going to say, you said now it's moms and dads. And you're going to...
All right. Yeah, right. Thank you, Sandy.
So drunk. Just start advertising with mindset. Start by advertising with the time it takes to do this. Supportive community. I agree.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Whatever we gotta do.
Good night, Holly.
Yeah, good night. I think we should call it a night too. We're going to be reaching out more to you guys. Amy, you got a lot to help with.
Thank you
so much. We'll be in touch.
Appreciate it so much.
We started this so late, so it's already much later than our normal Wine Wednesdays go. So, we have a lot to brainstorm. Thank you guys for being a part of this brainstorming session. We do appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
And so, yeah, I think we're good for the night. Thank you guys. Let's call it. I got nothing. Okay, that's as lackluster as I've ever gotten.
Thank you guys so much for all of your sharings that you have to offer. We really appreciate it more than you know. Every idea that you guys give us, we take it and sort it out, go back and forth about it multiple times, and then we do what I want.
So if you guys haven't gotten up yet to do whatever Andrea says to do.
Okay, that's only for you.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
So thank you guys for everything. Thanks for joining us again, and we'll be in touch with a lot of you. If you're watching this on Thursday and you're wondering what do we have to do to get started with you guys, it's pretty simple. Share this with your friends. Get out there and get a lot of people involved, and just tell them to get off the jam couch.
And do the jam thing.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.